my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I am Jessica from Willow Vibes Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. Please like, click, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. Hope you do stay. I would love it if you would. I looked over there because right as I was mumbling something to myself and going to hit record, the light flashed. Because I was mumbling to myself, it's time to clean something up. Because a card that came out earlier, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave it here, is chaos and conflict. So somebody was setting a problem aside, like, yeah, there's a problem going on, but I'm just gonna set it there and not deal with it. So I kind of feel like whatever someone's not dealing with, whatever they didn't deal with, whatever this issue is, with another person, just in your life, whatever it is, you're going to deal with it now. It's time to clean this mess up. It's time to clean your act up, clean yourself up, like whatever it is, clean your space up. It could be anything because we have cleanup time. Because whatever this is not serving you or whoever needs to do this. Actually, I want one of these first. It's cleanup time. Because a lot has changed. I feel like a lot within the situation and within you as an individual has changed. So it's like, okay, now it's time to fix something else. Like whatever, like I can focus on this now because it's like the elements are just right. It's time for change anyways, especially if there's just a lot of drama and bullshit going on in the situation. It's like, it's time to let go of that. Make better fucking choices. It's time to make better fucking choices. I swear, you can't make this shit up. You just can't. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. It's time to make better choices. If you're pissed off because there's this problem, that problem, and just all around you, or there's a stupid person around causing problems, make better choices. Let those people go. Let the situation go. Stop interacting with this energy, with people in this energy. Let go of the situation, like pull yourself out of the problem, basically. So I feel like whatever this issue is, it's because the people in this situation are very low vibing. They're never going to change. So if you don't want to be part of the problem, you don't want to be immersed in it, no matter what the problem is, pull yourself away from it. It's just not worth, it's not worth driving yourself nuts over. You're better than that. Autumn, harvest time. Yeah, something's coming to fruition. It's time to take action on this situation and pull your ass out of an icky situation. It could be an icky relationship. Maybe you were committed to the wrong person or people, whether it was romantically or not. Like, that's my best fucking friend, but your best friend's a backstabbing whatever, you know? Or this family member, I love them because they're family, but they just bring nothing but hate, drama, discontent to my life, so I can't be around them anymore. Or this partnership sucks, it's abusive, it's whatever it is. Stop allowing people like that in your life and allowing situations like that to consume you. Don't let other people's issues consume you as well, because you got enough of your own shit on your plate. And I'm not saying you have enough problems of your own. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you have enough on your plate already. Like, you know, these are your concerns, your responsibilities, your own problems, and this shit is not your problem. Their problems are not your problem, so don't take on the problems of others. That's kind of what that feels like. And I feel like most of you aren't, and you could have been the go-to person, like, help me, help me, help me. I'm not saying you were asking for all the help, but people could do that. Like, they know that you're helpful, so, and you would have helped, or you did help in the past, and it's like, I'm done. I can't help anymore. Like, I can't help you with this. You have to do it on your own. Yeah. Somebody doesn't want something to end, but this came up reversed, and this is all about resurrection to me. And with it being reversed, is this: don't resurrect a problem, don't resurrect unnecessary bullshit. Okay, is somebody looking into something? That's reminding me, where was I when I said that? Oh, I think I just made that worse. Oh, my nail, because it broke off, and it actually broke my real nail too, and it kept catching on stuff. So I clipped it in the corner, and I'm like, oh fuck, I think I just made that worse. But I didn't, because actually I made it better. Okay, perspective. You could have taken action in a situation, could have said something, put your foot down, and did something, whatever this is. Like, I'm not going to be part of this, or I just can't, whatever it is. You spoke up. And it feels like in doing so, maybe you assumed or thought that you were making things worse, or that it did make things worse, like you're thinking that it did, or you were worried about it. But in all actuality, it helped. It made things better. You just haven't seen the turnaround yet. Yeah, you haven't seen the turnaround in the situation yet? Alright. There's a significance with fruit for some reason. I don't know if it has to do with like apples and oranges, a difference, like, because you can't add apples and oranges together unless you're adding fruit together. Because they'll always be the same no matter where you put them, you know what I mean? It'll always be the same no matter where you put it. So information, like say apples represents whatever this information is, and then oranges represent this information. When you put it together, it completes the puzzle, I guess you could say. So you have a well-rounded view of different people, the whole situation, you know what I mean? You're seeing both sides, every angle, whatever, when you put it together, but you know that it's separate. Like separate problems. So there could be separate problems going on within the same situation. So that could be with different people. It's like this problem and this problem don't go together, but collectively it does. I don't fucking know. Collectively it makes sense. This problem and this problem are separate, but collectively it makes sense. When you put it all together, it makes sense. I'm not really sure. Could be code words for shit too. I just heard fuck. So someone's upset about something. Two separate things go together. Two things that seem separate go together. Okay, if you're trying to figure something out, no matter what it is, figuring a person out, just a conundrum of some kind, whatever you're working through in your mind, because this isn't like overthinking. Like it's from an investigation standpoint. Like if you're investigative, whatever. It's like that missing piece. There is no missing piece. There's no missing information. So I don't know if this is coming from a reading or if this is coming from another person or people. It's like nothing's missing in this situation. There's no missing information. So if you're looking for the piece that you're missing, the missing puzzle piece, it's not missing. Someone's putting the puzzle together wrong. Like they got one half done and the other half done, and they're thinking that there's like a strip down the middle, but it actually connects. It all connects. So there's connections here between people or whatever, between something. There's connections between apples and oranges. This information, that information, they go together. But you wouldn't think that they would, but they do. Okay. I don't know. Now I'm seeing fuck you. It's funny, like someone's going, oh shit, like, oh fuck, and then somebody else is like flipping someone off. Yeah, someone's telling someone to fuck off. They're not happy about something. Whatever this is, it ain't working out for someone. A problem isn't working out. So if you're creating a problem, part of the problem, bringing the drama and bullshit, it ain't gonna work out for you. If you're just around it or intermingled in this crap for whatever reason, I don't feel like you're part of it anymore. Maybe that's why you're seeing more clearly, but you're not really part of whatever this is. It's just kind of around. It's around. The problem's all around you. The problem's all around you. Okay, and for some of you, it's not necessarily people. It can be, but yeah, there are some shitty people in this energy, but shared, wait, are going, someone's going out of state for one, I don't know, so they might be traveling. They could be like going out of state and coming back in state, like go crossing the border, whatever fucking border it is, doing stuff. Because you know what's making me think of is when I was saying the problems all around you, it's like there's a couple examples I have. Like, say you live in a bad area where, you know, you're not a gang member or you're not affiliated with any gangs, or you don't deal with that shit, you just live your life, but you live in an area where there's like gang rivalries, like there's just gang activity and break-ins and whatever the hell goes on with them, you know, like I'm not going into detail because it's not about that specifically for everyone. It's an example. So you're minding your own business, living your life, but you live in a bad area, so the problem is all around you because your kids are probably going to interact with these bad people because they're around, you know, or the probability of that happening is high because of what surrounds you. It's just the same with substances. You know, if there's a lot of not just addicts around, but dealers around, whether you come from that lifestyle or not, if you have children especially, or if you're just a follower, not a leader, you could be sucked into a shitty lifestyle because it's around. There's a problem that surrounds someone, and gonna it's gonna show up very prominently, is what I just heard. But I don't know why I have my hands like this. But I just heard it's gonna rear its ugly head. So if there's an issue surrounding you within your community or just the people around you, even if they're family members, I don't know who these people are. It doesn't feel like family though. I mean, you or a friend or family member could get tangled up in this shit, but it feels like just the problem is it surrounds you. Even if you don't know who these people are, it's just there. The problem's always there. It's just always there. Maybe somebody needs to leave an area. The problem's just always there. Yeah, I mean, so like with the whole crossing the border shit, someone could be, I don't know, I don't think it's a viewer or anything, but it could be going on around you, or maybe you'll find out that someone you know is dealing with this shit, but someone's like running shit back and forth, you know, like I'm buying it out of state or out of the country and bringing it in. Something like that, whatever. It doesn't feel like a large scale. I mean, to the police, it would be a decent bust if that's the case, but it wouldn't be like cartel type shit. You know what I mean? Not that extreme. No, not that extreme. It's like local. Someone's caught between worlds, doing the right thing and not. Someone's living a double life. Someone's living a double life. Huh. Yeah, and you know it. I don't know why it's so significant for you, though. You're picking up on it. Someone's living a double life. For some of you, it might not hit you directly. It's just someone you know. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might just find out and be like, oh my gosh, I would have never guessed in a million years that person was doing whatever the fuck this is. You know what I mean? I feel like I just got punched in the arm all of a sudden. I don't know, there could be some information on someone's telephone, on their phone, on their device, surrounding whatever the hell this is. I just heard you talk to the problem. So you've spoken to the problem, to someone who is a problem in this situation. Even if it doesn't involve substances, you've spoken to this person. I don't don't know what. I feel like I got punched in the arm. Like someone just, like, what is that called when you do that? Like give you a dead arm? Like you're dead. You spoke to the problem. Someone's mad. I don't know what the fuck they're mad about, but it doesn't hurt anymore. I don't know why I keep rubbing it so it doesn't hurt. But you spoke to the problem. Oh, right before I went, I felt really like, kind of dizzy and like woo, and then it kind of stopped. That's exactly how I felt when I walked into this fucking house. I get home because I have just enough time to do a reading and get a few things done before I go pick up the twins. And I walked in, I ran a couple errands, and I walked in, and I wasn't like rushing and just like, you know, when you stand up really fast and you're like, whoa, I shouldn't have done that. No, it wasn't like that. Oh, my fucking neck. That's the side that Hero has neck problems on. And I do feel him sometimes with that. Like, it just is sore. It's that muscle right here. That's the one that's really tight, and it makes him turn his head. Maybe somebody slept wrong. It might not have to do with him. But regardless, I walked into the house, and I stood at the counter. Like, I was fine walking in. I just set, like, a Gatorade and shit down. And I was just standing at the counter, and I was like, whoa, I just got like a whoosh feeling. And then my son goes, oh yeah, Emma was here earlier. And that's what he said right after I said it. So I was like, I don't know what that feeling is though. It was very lightheadedness. It doesn't have anything to do with Emma, but I don't know. Because it's making me think, like, I was just standing there. I was just standing there. Okay, for some, I feel this a couple ways. Because the first thing that popped in my head, I don't know, they both popped in at the same time. So, what's coming to me? I just spit on myself. That's fucking disgusting. It is what it is. I'll wipe it on my pants. I was just standing there. It's either, for some of you who pick up on energies and people, you were standing in the same spot as somebody else. Like, you're picking up on their energy because they were just there, and you're feeling what they were feeling. I hope Emma's not feeling that way, just saying. Especially if that part's for me, because that was weird. But anyways, regardless, why do I feel so fucking spacey all of a sudden? It's not just picking up on energy. It's, I was just standing there. Okay. Because that's what it's making me think of. I was just standing there. I wasn't doing anything. So if there's someone, secondhand smoke, no matter what the fucking smoke is, and it doesn't feel like it's very good smoke, you know what I mean? It ain't MJ, it's not a cigarette or vaping or whatever, something else. I was just standing there. I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. Contact high. So it's almost like I can't get in trouble because I chose not to partake, but I was around it. So even if somebody doesn't get a contact high, it kind of feels like someone has. Someone got one, or they're going to because they're around a bad substance. Because they're around a bad substance. And you can get a contact high through material, through skin as well, especially like babies and shit, because if it's on your clothing or your hands, they can get, it's a transfer. And if you think about it, it doesn't happen a lot with adults because we're not holding each other skin to skin. We're not, you know what I mean? Or we're not up in your fucking face. If you touch someone's hand or hold their hand and they've got a substance on their hand, if it's just minor, it might not do a damn thing to an adult or a teenager or whatever. I mean, unless there's smoke in the room and shit, then that will. But if it's like clothing or objects or something, or your hands or whatever, if it's residue on you, whatever the residue is, you hold babies. You love them, you hold them, you kiss them. They fucking put your fingers in their mouth or try to. Do you know what I mean? That might be going on. For someone. I don't know, it kind of makes me nervous because I was picking up on Hero. He has very sensitive skin too. And yesterday, I don't know why the fuck I'm saying this. And yesterday after the doctor's appointment, I'm pointing the finger or making any claims or accusations here. I'm just not. I'm just saying what happened. After the doctor's appointment yesterday, I don't know what the fuck I touched. I have no clue because I didn't eat anything out of the ordinary. I didn't drink anything out of the ordinary, like nothing. I think the only thing I had was Advil, Tylenol, and water. Oh, and I had a diet soda, some diet soda, not even that much. Oh, coffee too, but I drink that shit every day, all the time, you know what I mean? You know, no new chapsticks, no new lotions, no new nothings on me or the babies. And I wash all their clothes in Draft or Purex, depending, because I just don't like all the extra shit because it, sensitive skin. But anyways, Hero does have sensitive skin. And he was really red-faced, but I'm like, and he had a little spot right here and on his chin that it kind of looked like a hive, but not quite. It wasn't really elevated enough to be a hive. So I'm like, it's like poking the beehive, poking the bear. I don't know why I wanted to say it that way, just all of a sudden, so it sounded like. But anyways, I just thought it was because of teething, because they can get facial rashes and stuff like that during teething. A lot of it comes from the drool. And fevers, because if you have a fever, you can get a rash with it, especially children. But anyways, so I didn't really think anything of it, but I got a hive. Like, I got a hive right here, and this eyebrow kept itching like a motherfucker, and I'm just like, I felt itchy. And I'm like, why am I itchy? But I only had one hive, but I was itchy. And I was like, where the fuck is this coming from? Because I wasn't stressed or anything. Like, and I don't get hives like that. My sister gets hives, though, for whatever reason. But I almost took Benadryl because I was like, shit, am I having an allergic reaction or something? Someone could end up having, that's why it's coming up. It might not have anything to do with the people I just mentioned, myself included, and whoever. It's just, that's how spirit talks to me sometimes, and that's how I relay messages, because I don't always understand why I'm saying what I'm saying, you know what I mean? So anyways, somebody might come in contact with a substance. I don't know, it could just be a chemical. It might not even be a drug or whatever, but it could be, it probably is. It's something. They're going to come in contact with something, and they're going to have a reaction. Yeah, because I felt like I couldn't catch my breath there for a second. I mean, I can breathe, but I feel really fucked up right now. Oh my god, who the hell is this? Like, do you know that buzz feeling? I guess sometimes when you drink you can get it, but I don't really know how to explain it, where it's your head, like, just right here, where it kind of feels, oh, and the back of my head, where your head feels full, but not like a headache. It doesn't hurt. It's just kind of like I don't know, I guess when you breathe in helium or shit, that, like, the pressure that you can feel sometimes, that someone's gonna feel that way. Their vision might go a little weird. This almost feels like tabs, like LSD and shit. I just heard that's a clue. So maybe this person has done that before. Or they got slipped it, or somebody got slipped a hallucinogenic. Ow. That just made my rib side something fucking hurt for a second. It's gone now, but maybe somebody thinks you're hallucinating, or they thought you were hallucinating, especially if you're gifted and you feel energies in people. Because it is kind of a trippy situation. But you know what it's making me think of, too, is this morning at 9:09 when I did the reading. I mentioned 999, like a rescue call. Maybe somebody needs help. They're in need of some type of. I feel like I just cut my hand off. Like my hand's going numb right here, but it felt like I'm gonna cut my own hand off. Don't you say that? Like, I could cut, in order to fix a situation, I'll have to chop my own hand off or my own foot, which means that, sometimes making something right means that you need to own up to your bullshit, basically. So maybe somebody needs to own up to their bullshit. But, it has something to do with someone's fucking breathing. There's a breathing issue here. Because that's what that feels like. Yeah. It could have caused a breathing issue. If somebody slipped you LSD or something along those lines, or something else mixed with it, or just something else, could have caused breathing issues. But I also want to say, for some of you, if you're very intuitive, you could either currently be picking up on this, or you did in the past. You could have been picking up on someone who does those things. Because if you're fucked up, I'll feel how you feel. Like, and I'm not the only person on this planet that can do that. It's called being an empath, and it's just a very strong empath on top of other spiritual gifts. You know what I mean? Because there's actually quite a few people in the world who can feel the energies of others, and they just don't realize it. And so only certain people are open to it and can decipher the difference. You know what I mean? And if you're learning, it's really hard to decipher the difference. But it was either someone slipped someone something, maybe you thought that, or you were feeling another person who was under the influence of something. But it feels like hallucinogenic. Because I almost feel like I want to call you crazy. Like, oh yeah, the 911 thing, 999, whatever. Like in need of help, that's like calling for help, rescue calls and shit. During my own crazy energy, I did do that, and that just popped in my head, like being nervous, being scared, calling for help. And in all honesty, at that time, like the way that I have visions, I kind of briefly explained it in this morning's reading, because I was explaining how, when I hear something, sometimes I can literally hear it as if another person's speaking to me, and other times it's my thought voice, or I have clairvoyance as well, so I can literally picture things, but I don't see it out here. I see it in my mind. Like, I can close my eyes and see it better versus when my eyes are open, because when my eyes are open, I see everything in front of me, but I also am seeing like a daydream is kind of how it comes in. It's when you can picture something in your mind. That's kind of what it is. That's exactly how it shows up. But during that time, I was seeing it like a projector right in front of my fucking face, as if I was hallucinating. And it felt so fucking real, because it had never happened to me before, and I hadn't taken anything. Like, I wasn't on anything, nothing. And I'm just like, it freaked me out so fucking bad. Like, I called 911 like 3 fucking times at different times, but it was so real. And if you think about it, it's okay. I go through what other people go through if I need to know something. So we'll just say, for example, if I was picking up on someone who was hallucinating, it wasn't psychosis though. It would have been drug induced, which you can get hallucinations from different types of drugs. It's not just LSD. It's, a bunch of different, it depends on the person and the medication. And some of those medications that doctors prescribe to people can cause them too. And it's just trial and error depending on what the hell your ailment is. But regardless, this doesn't feel like a prescription. I'm just saying. If I was literally picking up on someone, I might see the vision the way that they would. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like over dramatizing, if you think about it. Because if you're going through PTSD and like with soldiers and shit, and they've been in the middle of a bombing or shootings or whatever, or even just victims of shootings, survivors and stuff, if they hear a loud bang, sometimes it brings them back to that traumatic moment, and they can't decipher reality. That's psychosis. but but they're hallucinating in the moment. Do you know what I mean? But it's a level of psychosis, and it is different because psychosis is you don't know the difference between your reality and what's being shown to you, what you're seeing. Usually, if you're hallucinating, you have some semblance of kind of what's going on, that like, oh, you question it, like, is this real, is this not real, no, it's not real, and you can kind of bring yourself back. Do you know what I mean? But if you're in psychosis, you're not coming back from it until it's neutralized, basically. But anyways, and I don't know, whatever, I'm not a therapist or anything, so I don't need to go into details on that. But what I'm getting at is the way that I saw these visions in the moment. I knew, I don't know, it's weird. In that very moment when I actually called 911, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I really thought it was happening. And then I sat back and I was like, wait a minute. No, that couldn't have happened that way because I'm upstairs and it's happening downstairs. How the hell am I seeing what's happening downstairs in my house when I'm upstairs? I can't see through the fucking floor. I don't have x-ray vision. So that's how I brought myself back. But that's how you bring yourself back from a trip if you're, on something that is making you hallucinate ultimately. So I'm like, I used to think, and I don't know if that really happened or not, like if somebody slipped me something, because I was like, why? And I literally heard spirit say, it's not real, it's not real. And then I looked at a picture of a mushroom and I was like, oh, it's not fucking real. Okay. And it didn't happen again after that. Because if someone slips you something, you're not going to know because you're not going to expect the high. And that head feeling I was just feeling, that's how you feel when you take stuff like that. I've done it in my past, so I'm just saying, but that's how you feel. And I connected every dot in that moment, and I was like, well, why am I feeling it? I'm not fucking doing anything. So I was like, either I'm picking up on someone who is, or I was slipped it. Because I've never, to this day, after that bullshit and I got cleared at the loony bin for all that crap, I have never had a vision like that again. Never. Not once. Even when I pick up on weird energy, that was just, I don't know, it was just so fucked up. And out of the norm. That shit doesn't normally happen, so there's something fishy there. But anyways, regardless of the fishiness of that, I don't really give a shit. It's coming up for a reason. Somebody else dealt with something similar. Or you're learning how to navigate through different energies. Or you're wondering, like, is something going on? Or is this spirit? You know what I mean? I don't know. Something like that. But I was also going to say, yeah, because one of the visions was, this is one of my 911 calls. I would love to hear those calls, although it would bring it all back and that would suck because I was fucking scared. I really was. I didn't know what the shit was going on. But I do telepathy. I can read minds. It happens all the time. And a lot of other people can too. And I say this stuff to help you guys navigate through your own experiences because damn it, you don't want to deal with what I did. Whether somebody interfered in my situation or not. You know what I mean? It's like, if it can get that intense, I don't want you to have to go through that and not have an understanding. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're really opening up. And I do talk to a lot of people who are on this spiritual journey, a very similar one to me. You know what I mean? Like, we're gifted people. So that's why I like to explain this stuff. And I don't need money to explain it. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, pay for a $50 class and I'll teach you. No, I'll give you as much guidance as I can because this is universal knowledge, when it comes to honing your gifts and working with your abilities and stuff. Everyone should be able to do it and have access to that knowledge for themselves, and they can process it and utilize the information in their own way, because we'll all learn very differently and we'll all have different experiences. But anyways, during that time, one of my 911 calls was, I was upstairs, I heard a bang, and because that was right after I got out of the hospital, and that's the same night or morning, it was very early morning, I went to the hospital from the motel. I thought I was fucking dying that day. I don't know, like my whole body went numb. It was fucked up. I almost stroked out. That was when I shared on here, I don't know if anyone saw, where I saw the giant man, like the 8-foot dude, like the black shadow. It felt like an angel, and he was holding a little boy's hand. My Mimi was there telling me it would be okay. Well, I came home and I went to sleep, and or started to. I could barely walk. Like, I don't even know how the fuck I made it up to my bed. I really don't. Like, I literally could not walk. Like, I was just like, I was worse than a zombie. And I wasn't even on any medication. Like, it was so fucking weird, and nothing was wrong with me. But anyways, I heard a bang, and then I saw it in my mind though that time. Initially, I saw no, because I didn't see anything that time. That's why I was so scared. I was thinking it like in my head, so somebody else might have been thinking it, and I was picking up on it. But I really thought that my ex pew-pewed everyone in the house, because I heard three shots in the kitchen, and then I heard a bunch. I think it was like 12 in it might have been more than 12, but I heard about that in the living room, and I heard, I'm gonna kill all these rats. And I was like hood rats, like people rat people out. And I mean, that's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, oh my god, what is this about? And it fucking scared the shit out of me to the point where literally anyone that heard the scanner heard that there was somebody shooting up my fucking house. And I'm only like half laughing about it now because it just sounds so ridiculous. But in the moment, I'm telling you, I probably, if it happened again in that same way and I felt the same way, I would make that phone call again. Like, that's how real and terrifying it felt. Whatever I was picking up on. And of course, nothing was going on, and the cops surrounded my house and held my ex at gunpoint and shit. But, yeah, I'm not proud of that moment. I'm not, but that's not the point here. I guess it's a learning curve. There was something else going on besides fucking learning. I'm just saying. But my point here, because I can't seem to get to the point, which is pissing me off because this is not a long fucking story. So, anyways, that happens, and then 6 months later, because we had rats here. I've said this before. We had 12 fucking rats because my daughter got 2 girl rats and 1 grew a nut sack. And then we had fucking rat babies, so we had 12 rats. And we needed to get rid of them because the girls were getting tumors. They just weren't doing well. My daughter wasn't taking care of them. And I took them to the fucking farm. It's a farm that I know, but it's not it's kind of, I guess, the quote-unquote happily ever after farm. I knew that they weren't being rehomed because they were sick, for one. And I just didn't know how they would meet their demise. You know what I mean? But anyways, and I didn't really want to know. I just was kind of like, I guess this is what you have to do in life sometimes. But regardless, there was 12 of them. You want to know how all 12 rats died? By gunshot. The person who took them shot each and every single one of them in the cage. They couldn't get out. All the rats got shot. I'm gonna kill all the rats. It was literal. It wasn't hood rats or people ratting people out. It was, I literally picked up on that energy before it even fucking happened. Oh, fuck. I said that in the beginning. Someone just said that. Future. The future can be changed. I just keep hearing in my head, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. Now I'm getting nervous. Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. Don't say it. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna say it. No, it's because somebody else doesn't want me to say it, because now I'm staring at telepathy. I don't know, the reason why I just said oh fuck was because I was just having a conversation with someone and earlier, and I'm just gonna say dead dog. I don't know, that's all I'm gonna say. And not by natural causes. That better not fucking happen, I'm just saying. Loyalty. I hate it when I go on tangents, but it happens for a reason. And I truly believe it and I trust in the process. But yeah, I get annoyed by things being brought back up sometimes. Like when it's my own shit, because I feel like a broken fucking record. But I feel like the reason why certain things resurface, like things that happen to me when I'm explaining it, is because maybe there's someone that needs to hear that specific explanation. Maybe they were part of my life during that time. They need to have a better understanding of whatever that was. Or it's an example because somebody else is dealing with this. Because I pick up on future shit. Like I just explained with the fucking rat. And there's a dream that's significant, and there's one of my personal dreams that I keep fucking thinking about. Excuse me. And I don't like it. I really don't. And I don't know if it's for me or, because it did happen in this house in the dream, but you're protected. Excuse me, but for you guys, there could be a specific dream that it's not even a reoccurring dream. It's one that reoccurs in your mind. So you had the dream, you remembered the dream, and you keep thinking about it. You don't think about it every single day, but it keeps popping up. Like, oh yeah, why am I thinking of that dream? Like, it's significant. It's significant. Problems. Multiple problems. I gotta look at the... I gotta go. I was running. Maybe there's someone who runs. I was running. Running from the truth. Someone was either running from you or running from the truth. Someone ran away. Suddenly. Someone's trying to run away from their pain. I was running away. I was running. The motel just popped in my head, which I literally did that. I wonder if I was picking up on someone who was running from a problem. And maybe I was acting like them or something. That was fucked up if that's true. But you never know. I was running. Somebody did something they shouldn't have done, and they were running from their problems. They're running from a problem. They're running, or they did. Ow, my chest. What the fuck kind of pain is this? I was running. This isn't like cardiac. I feel held. I'm being held down. Like, cause literally, my hand right here, literally, if I just the length, right where my palm is, and right here, I feel like I'm pushing on my chest. It feels like somebody else is doing it, or I'm doing it really hard. But why would you do that to yourself? Like, why would you push? Someone's pushing on someone's chest really hard. Because that's not how you give CPR and shit. This is like, I was running. And someone's holding me down. That's just so weird. I don't know. That's what that felt like. Like, I'm pushing in on... Because I was like kind of pushing, like I'm pushing, but maybe someone behind you's pulling, like holding on too tight. Maybe literally. What the fuck is this? I was running. Is it a younger energy or a friend? I was running. I was running and I got caught. I was running and I got caught. Did somebody run from the fucking cops or something? I don't know. Somebody ran from a situation. They were running away. They were trying to run. And they got caught. For whatever the fuck they did. They got caught. Could be a Virgo. Not necessarily. Or a Capricorn. Or there's a Capricorn who's going within. Or a Virgo who's going within and going, I can't keep doing this. Somebody ran because they were running and they got caught. Somebody got caught doing something they shouldn't be doing, or they're going to get caught. Something bad, whatever it is, and this person probably hauled ass away from you because they know that you would know, and they're trying to block you out. Like, not doing anything wrong. I didn't do this. Someone did something to you. This isn't just blah, blah, blah. Somebody did something to you. They gave you something. This person gave you something. They could have given you a rose or a flower or something. Maybe a rose is significant, but it's not roses. It would be like a glass rose or a decorative fucking something, a flower. They gave you a rose or you gave them a rose. But I feel like somebody gave you something. And you're just walking along with it. Somebody gave you something, you're just walking along with it. Some of you could do psychometry, just saying. But I feel like, oh, this is nice. You have a connection with whoever this is because they gave you something. I don't know if it was something of theirs. It could have been. Whatever you were given, you were picking up on their energy. So whoever this is, you might not have even known that you could do psychometry, and you might be wearing something. Whatever this person gave you, you could keep it on you. You could be holding it. You could, I don't know, it's just around you somewhere in some way, shape, or form where you pick up on the energy because they gave it to you. Something to do with boots. Boots could be significant. Or boot laces. Boots. They gave it to you. Maybe this person wears boots all the fucking time. I don't know what the boots are. Maybe they gave you boots. Because that's what I'm looking at. Those are my friend's boots. Those are my friend's boots. Somebody share shoes or something. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything, but it always makes sense in the end for someone. The mountains are significant as well. And it's not climbing the fucking mountain like a problem. I mean, this is a problem, but it's the literal mountains. You could have gone to the mountains, climbed a fucking mountain. I don't know. There's some type of mountain. It's a literal mountain. Could be like a wooded mountain area, like where you see like mountains and trees everywhere and shit. There's also something significant to do with a horse. So I don't know if it's a specific horse, somebody who likes horses, or if they live or are near a horse farm. Whatever that is, there's horses here, or a horse. And a child or children, so you could have a child or children, or they're involved in a situation. That was weird. I just heard I'm too young for this shit. Usually it's I'm too old for this shit. I'm too young for this shit. So there's either someone who's too young and they lack understanding within a situation, like I'm too young to deal with this passing. So yeah, somebody, it could be an earth energy towards Virgo Capricorn, who lost someone close to them, could a family member. I don't know if it's their mother, father, it could be anyone. It could be someone's son. So this son could have lost a parent, like they died. And they're too, like, I'm too young for this. I'm too young to deal with this. That's in here. But it also feels like a potential illness. Like, you know, when doctors don't believe you because you're too young to have this problem, that problem, whatever, you know. Illnesses do not discriminate, just saying. But yeah, there's someone who lost a parent. Whoever this is, they betrayed you, and I feel like you showed them love. They lost. I'm too young for this. I'm too young to die. Oh, well, this person is too young to die, but it's like I'm too young to die, but this person lost someone, or there's two people who are young. Like, I'm too young to die. I can't die now. I can't. This can't be happening. Like, something's wrong with someone, and it's not. I don't know. It's not an illness. It's a fucking. They did it to themselves basically, and not on purpose. If it's a younger person, I'm too young for this. But somebody's dealt with a death or is going to be dealing with the death of a parent, and they feel like they're too young to deal with it. Like, this shouldn't be happening right now. Like, I should be an old person before you die, kind of thing. Like, that's what that feels like. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna leave it at because I gotta go. You're strong enough. Don't worry. Someone's gonna gain the strength and courage to say something to you. Somebody needs to talk to you. They want to talk to you. They want to tell you the truth, and you know it. Something to do with claws. Lobster claws or crab claws. I don't know, because I feel like there's claws. It's an image. It's making me think of lobster claws. I don't know why. Or horns or something. So it could be a water sign involved, but regardless of that, or maybe lobster is significant, or crab, seafood, you know? Seafood. And then I heard something about chicken fingers. Seafood and chicken fingers. Are you placing an order? Anyways, I'm not sure. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.